Welcome back to Indianapolis. We are ready for the women's mile. Among the finalists, Collette Liss of Valparaiso. Lewis Johnson found out earlier she is extra inspired.
Collette, how about those Crusaders? Big win over Ole Miss, and that seemed to be a big motivation to help you get to the final. Plus, I understand you have a little one that's been that double motivation. Talk about those things that help you get here today.
Well, I was watching the basketball game before we came over to the track yesterday, and it was just really exciting to see my school hanging in there to the last second. Didn't give up. 2.5 seconds left, and they believed they could, and they stuck it out, and they did it.
Angie Vaughn from BC is the favorite today, and it hasn't been your style before to take the lead, but what are your thoughts in terms of your strategy for today?
You'll have to wait and see.
Good competitor, keeping her tactical secrets to herself. A good field, as Lewis mentioned. Angela Graham of Boston College, the senior, will be among the favorites, along with Villanova's Carmen Douma, continuing that long string of spectacular distance runners from the main line.
Bob, Douma has the fastest time of any of these women, 4:37 run earlier this season. The fastest in the heats was Angie Graham at 4:42 plus, with many women right around that time between 4:42 and 4:45. And running very courageously was Collette Liss. I mean, she took it out and controlled her race. There she is in the inside lane, moving right out again. Little elbows. You don't have to be a guy to throw them, I guess, certainly in NCAA competition. Liss is in second place, saying to herself, yes, I can. Our life is what our thoughts make it, and that's what she felt after she watched Valparaiso's win at the NCAA basketball level.
As Lewis Johnson mentioned, she is also a mother. She has a little one, a 3-year-old daughter.
She says her husband, who is a teacher, comes home after school at 3 o'clock and lets her get off to go for her training.
Lots of elbows being thrown in this big pack. That is a part of the tactical environment of indoor track and field.
Bob, the pace moderate. You can tell from how they're bunched up there and also watching the leg turnover. They're probably right around 70 seconds or so. This is not a fast first couple of laps here.
Collette Liss sharing the lead on the inside in the colors of Eastern Kentucky is Jamie King, who won her heat over Liss, 4:44 to 4:45. On the outside is Angela Graham of Boston College. Behind her with the blonde hair and the white Villanova jersey with number 9 on her hip is Carmen Douma.
Douma, a sophomore at Villanova. There's a little bit of a battle here. Both Angie Graham and Carmen Douma are Canadians. And it was Douma that was 6th in the NCAA cross-country championships this past fall, and Angie took 3rd. And there is a real rivalry between the two of them. We'll see what happens here.
Running in the red jersey is Becky Schaefer of Wisconsin. Let's take another look at some of that pushing and shoving. Oh!
Often a problem, Bob, when you have a pack like this. In any type of an indoor race where everybody's jammed together, you're always watching the person's feet beside you and in front of you.
And with action going on right up to the curb, that was a close call for Jamie King, who now runs back in the pack. As 7:57, Collette Liss and Angela Graham share the lead. Now Graham, with a bump on the left shoulder, tries to take the lead, but Liss is having none of it. Douma runs to the outside of Schaefer in 3rd and 4th.
There you see the split. 2 minutes, 22 seconds through the first 800 meters. I described this pace as pretty moderate. It probably plays into the hands of the kickers. Angie Graham is noted for having good speed over the last 200 meters of a race. So hasn't Carmen Douma, run very well in the latter stages of a race. So again, if you're back in the pack, you didn't help yourself by letting these two ladies who have the fastest times run a slow first 800 meters. Let's see what happens.
Graham out front, followed by Douma and Liss. Now Schaefer moving up on the inside, past Liss into 3rd place as the pace picks up.
3 laps to go.
Liss trying to hang on. 5:48 moving up is Jennifer Smith from Colorado. 7:46 in green on the inside is Hanne Lyngstad from Tulane. Now once again the pace surges.
That is Jamie King moving back up. The woman who stumbled has kind of regrouped, got herself together, and trying to make up some ground with 2 laps to go, and the 2 leaders. The class of the field pulling away as expected. It's just turning into a battle here with 2 laps to go. 3:31 through the 1,200 meters. That is Angie Graham, who put on a surge to break away from everybody here on the 3rd 400 meters of this race.
The collegiate record, 4 minutes, 30.63 seconds. Probably not going to be threatened after that slow early pace. It is now all Graham and Douma.
Bob, you can watch the leg turnover and see how things have picked up here.
Douma now pulls up alongside. Graham reaches out with her right hand. I don't know what that was all about.
There've been some bumping and shoving in earlier races indoors this year, and Graham has felt that she's kind of a tough runner. I'm talking about Douma, and she wanted to make sure she didn't get cut off there.
Douma now with the lead. Graham trying to come back as they draw away for the field behind. Graham looks up the outside, but Douma has the line on the turn. And now moving up another gear. Carmen Douma begins to draw away with every step from Angie Graham. And she will carry her advantage to the finish line. 4 minutes, 37.75 seconds.
Boston College's Angie Graham doesn't have that extra gear she usually does today. It's all Carmen Douma in the women's mile, Bob.
We'll be back with the men's mile in just a moment. Stay with us.